How are you?
Doing okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
A weekend was good.
Yeah.
You know, like every weekend, it's just a lot of work, busy, overtime.
Yeah. So things are kind of busy.
Yeah.
Well, let me explain what I want to do today. Just like always, just want to touch bases, see what's been happening that affects your probation, and then we'll talk about what goes on next.
Okay.
So what developments have there been that might affect your probation?
Made another restitution payment, so I got one left.
Okay. Good for you. You're really making headway with that, then.
Yeah, it's important. I definitely want to keep on top of this. I don't want to go back to jail.
It's really important to you to comply with your probation.
Absolutely. I don't want to get bloated over $75.
Yeah, it's kind of insignificant thing to have to go to jail for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what else is? Do you have the receipt?
No, I didn't bring the receipt with me.
Okay.
I do have it though.
All right. When are you bringing it in the next time I meet with you?
Okay.
What else is going on?
Community service. I have 5 hours left.
Okay.
I did some this weekend. It's kind of hard with work, but I'm able to get it done. And
all right, good. So you're almost done with it then.
yeah, and I'm glad. I want to get this over and done with.
Yeah, it's important to you to satisfy all the conditions of your probation.
Absolutely. I don't want to get any more trouble.
Good for you. All right. So, and what else is going on?
Hey, Tom, I have some questions on that Mackenzie progress report that you wanted me to do.
Okay. Could I get back to you in like 15, 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks, Linda.
Well, something happened last night. I don't know if it's that important, but my wife and I got into an argument. You know, she made a late payment on the television. We got charged with a late fee. Like what I got arrested for, I lost my temper and kicked in the TV set.
It's almost like the same thing happened all over again.
Yeah. Police came. But then I was calmed down. She was calmed down, you know. I realized how stupid it was. She realized, you know, but we said a lot of things we regret.
So the police ended up showing up.
Yeah, they showed up. By the time they got there, it was like I said, it was all over and calmed down. So
yeah.
That was it.
Okay, it kind of was over pretty quickly.
Yeah, just that, you know.
How did it come about that the police showed up?
My daughter got scared and she called the cops. And I'd never seen her that frightened before. I didn't like it. Yeah, I just lost I just lost my mind. And
she was scared of you at that point.
Yeah, I didn't like that look on her face at all. You know, as soon as I do it, as soon as I have time to think about it, it was already too late to undo. So
yeah.
She got really scared. And, you know, my wife and my daughter, those two most important things in my life.
So, almost without even thinking about it, you almost lost some pretty important things to you.
Yeah, it was A to Z. Just like when I broke the windshield, you know, just A to Z.
Yeah, the same thing. Something kind of seemingly insignificant, and then boy, the consequences seem to be real big.
The consequences are I go back to jail, and it's stupid.
That's
especially over a lousy $10.
Going to jail over $10.
Yeah, that easily could have happened last night.
Yeah. What were some of the other downsides of what happened last night?
I didn't like the look on my daughter's face. I don't want my daughter and my wife to be afraid of me.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling.
No, as a matter of fact, it made me sick to my stomach to see my daughter look at me like that.
Yeah.
I wish I could undo it. I wish I could have just stopped myself.
Kind of wish it never happened at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the same time, it did happen.
Yeah, I just have no control over it.
You can't control what happens when you get angry like that.
No, I just go, and then then I look back and think, man, what was I thinking?
Yeah. After it's all over with, you can't even really figure out why it all took place.
I wish I could, but man, during when I had my case pending before I got sentenced, I was taking classes. In the first 3 or 4 classes, I didn't even pay attention. Just the last couple, I started to pay attention. It was making some sense, but then I was done, and I got probation, and I was like,
Yeah. So you really didn't get a whole lot out of it at that point?
Nah, I didn't put a lot in and didn't get a lot out, and just when I was done.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. You had just like that first thing that you got arrested for, they were on probation, you got angry over something sort of insignificant, and it kind of blew out of proportion real fast. And you're kind of worried now that, that this could really cost you your freedom and maybe even cost you your family in some ways.
Yeah.
Where does that leave you?
I don't know. I wish there was a way I could fix it or get some help. I don't know where it leaves me.
Yeah. So maybe getting some help with this might have things turn out differently for you.
Yeah, I'm willing to try it. I want to get done with this probation, and I want to be different.
Yeah. Yeah. And to get through this probation successfully, you may need to do things differently than you've done up until now.
Well, I'm willing to try.
So what are your options at this point?
I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't have a lot of money. I mean, the overtime I'm working is paying my lawyer, and
Yeah.
so I don't have a lot of money.
Money's kind of tight.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where to go.
Yeah. So you really want to go to some kind of counseling at this point. So if you have a few things to work out, though, maybe to actually be able to pull that off.
If there's something I could do to fix this, I'd want to.
Yeah. Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
A lot of jobs have an employee assistance program, and you might have that where you work, and it might be something you can go to that's not going to cost you anything.
Yeah, that is funny. I got something in my paycheck, I think, last month that had something about that, and I wasn't paying attention. I just threw it out because I didn't think it had anything to do with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did get something about that.
Okay, so that might be something you'd be able to pursue.
Yeah, they said something about, I saw something about sliding scale and, ability to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you need to do at this point in order to get that rolling?
I can go, when I go back to work this afternoon, I can go down to personnel
Okay.
and probably get a copy of it.
All right. So you might actually be able to get that going today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but yeah.
All right. Well, here's what I'd like you to do at this point. I'd like to have you come back in next Tuesday,
Okay.
and you can fill me in on what's happening with the employee assistance program. And how about in the short term? What are some things you might be able to do just between now and next Tuesday to kind of not have any kind of problems with your anger?
Well, maybe, you know what, maybe I'm working a lot, and maybe I need to cut back on that a little bit and spend some more time doing things I enjoy, like spending time with my family.
Okay.
Because even though I need the money, work isn't everything, and, if I'm going to come home and just be angry at my wife and angry at my daughter, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
You got to try to find some fun things to kind of recharge your batteries a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so take a look at the counseling, and
Okay.
I'll see you next Tuesday. It sounds like the other things are going actually very good. So it seems like if you can do something about the anger, you're going to have your best chance of getting through this whole thing successfully.
Yeah.
And the counseling sounds like it might be something that'll help.
Yeah, I'm
Okay?
willing to try anything.
So when you come in next Tuesday, you bring the restitution receipt with you?
Yeah.
Okay. And anything else going on at this point?
That's about it.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you very much.
All right?
Yeah.
I'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Hang in there.